Name's Roger Boaty. Mr. George Roger Boaty.
Good evening, darlings, and a very, very warm welcome to Thursday Night Live and my little home here, tucked away in the arse end of nowhere in the Peak District. It's nothing less than an absolute joy to be here with you again, and I'm looking forward to catching up with any news you've got, anything you'd like to share with the community, or perhaps you've got some answers to some important questions like, I don't know, which of Furious Driving Matt's cars should he get rid of? What's wrong with Hubnut's Peugeot 106? Did Brian break down tonight and leave me stranded 1.5 miles from home? These are all questions to which we may find some answers. Oh, and let us not forget my little bowls of angel delight. Tonight, it's the big one. We're going to be giving away £100,000, potentially. So, and I forgot to think of a competition to actually give that away. So I'll have to think on my feet there, won't I? But, what's the weather like where you are? It's absolutely howling down here. And I'm a little bit worried about Boo and whether she's turned herself into a swimming pool. But not so worried that I can be asked to go down the road and check. So who have I got? I've got Matt. Good evening, Matt. I've got the lovely Jimmy Quinn. I've got Steve Hulk. Apparently I haven't got Matt. He's picking his nephew up from work. So he's listening, but not chatting yet. Well, I am now, but not after a stop. Well, you know what that means, don't you? It means that we can say whatever we like about underscore, and he'll hear us, but he can't reply. So that could be fun, couldn't it? Good evening all, says General Cheeseburger. Has he fallen asleep, asks Mickey Jeffries. Who, me? No, I'm wide awake, and I've got my drinking trousers on, darlings. Why would tonight be any different? Cheers. Your very good health. Thank you for being here with me. Chaz Brown is here and says good eve. Trisha Alderman, the lovely Trisha. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. That's nice, Trisha. We hope you're well too. Where's the old red wine bottle, says John Maruzzi, who's so far behind on what's going on here. John, we had a night of insane bullying where they nagged and shouted and bullied until I got rid of almost everything on the table. I had to beg to keep my Denby homestead cruelty and doings. My cheap vase is, well, that clung on by the skin of its teeth. Apparently I need to put some flowers in it, or it's for the chop as well. The bottle of wine went, John, along with the salt and pepper dildos, the napkins, the dust encrusted brown table mat thingy. It's all gone. How do, say Simone. Hello, Simone. We know what's wrong with the infidel's car, says Cheeseburger, but we aren't telling him. I haven't seen the video yet. I just saw the Facebook post saying that there was something dreadfully wrong with it and he should have got the train after all. So I don't know if that's clickbait or if it's shagged or what. I watched the one where he drove it back and it certainly seemed to drive all right. So I assume it's rotten, is it? Black Lines is with us. Hello. Cheeseburger says Matt should keep the Mini and the Crown Vic. What? And sell all of the others. All of them. So that would be another 12 for the chop. Interesting. Boaty, says Simone. How did you comment on Facebook when you're chatting to us? Simple answer to that, Simone, I didn't. I haven't been anywhere near Facebook. I'm sitting here. What I've got here is the live stream with the sound turned down so I can see your comments. I imagine you've got, now I replied to your comment, Simone, on Facebook about the alternator about 2 hours ago. So I imagine that what's happened here is you've got a delayed Facebook notification. I get delayed notifications all the time, so I imagine it's that. Liz is here and says, hello everyone, and Boaty. Hope you've all had a good day and are looking forward to the weekend. Are we all looking forward to the weekend? I'm quite looking forward to the weekend. I've been planning you know that all I ever think about is food. And anything I do, no matter how exciting it is, even when I was jetting off to the other side of the world, I would be planning breakfast and lunch. So obviously I'm going to the motorist on Sunday, assuming that my alarm goes off and I can be asked to get out of bed. And I've been wondering what to take for food. Now, Liz and I had discussed momos, had we not, Liz? But, and mine is a big but, I can tell you. But then you need a big hammer for a big nail, don't you? Where was I? Yeah, I've never been to this place. I don't think you have either, Liz. But I've been looking at some doings, and it's just a car park, really, and the place itself. So I don't think it's going to be... So you're not going to have room around you or anything like that. So I don't think it's going to be conducive to doing a cook, Liz. So we'll have to save the momos for another do or for one of our do's, one of my mates. So I'm going to take sandwiches. And that, of course, raises the question, which sandwiches? And I cast my mind back to when I went to the Project Nigel meet up and sniff each other's bottoms thing. And I took cold sausage and Branston pickle sandwiches, and they really hit the spot. And I happen to have no fewer than 4 sausages in the fridge. I bought 6. They were on special offer, reduced from £3 to £1.50. They're a jolly good sausage. And I had 2 of them with buttered horseradish mash and a really nice Cajun gravy for my lunch yesterday. So I'm thinking the other 4 could be my lunch on Sunday. I would just need to buy some Branston pickle. Other pickles are available. Maybe some pickled onions. I'd really like pickled shallots, the hot and spicy ones, but they're so expensive that it'll probably just be pickled onions. But yeah, sausage sandwiches and pickled onions and maybe a packet of crisps. And of course, a flask of Vimto. And maybe maybe double flask on Sunday. Coffee for when I first arrived there, and then Vimto for the lunchtime session. But those are my thoughts. I mean, that's not set in stone. I'm not giving you any guarantee that that is how it will and what it will end up being. But those are my thoughts at the moment. Right, now then. Matt should get rid of the binny. I hate it. Okay, I don't know what that is, Simone. Oh, that came through late, she adds. It did indeed. I'm late, says Simon, aka Project MGTF, who the last time I saw was hanging on 199 subs. And what we all need to know, Simon, is have you hit the 200 yet? And if you haven't, or actually, even if you have, if there is anybody watching this right now that hasn't subscribed to Project MGTF, go and do it now. Go and do it now. Go and do it immediately, please. And I will do. Oh, you won't miss anything. We'll wait. I'll just wait until you go and do it. So, have you all subscribed? Tell me yes or no, and then I know if I need to stop. Well, nobody's answering me, so I'll just carry on. But seriously, if you are... Oh, there's a delay, isn't there? There's a delay, of course there's a delay. I say things, but you don't hear them for about, I don't know, how long is it? 20, 30 seconds? Oh, just hit 200, thanks, says Simon. Oh, and Mickey Jeffries has subbed. Oh, brilliant. Well, let's all congratulate Simon on a milestone. Now, funnily enough, I was going through some old videos today, yesterday, within the last 72 hours. And I came across the video, the celebration video, for when I hit 200 subs. And I hit a watch hour thing at the same time. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, it was a double whammy, a double celebration. And I can still remember, I mean, it wasn't all that long ago, to be fair, but I can remember the excitement of hitting 200. It was really special. So, congratulations, Simon. And congratulations to the Project MGTF channel. And there will be, of course, many, many more milestones to come for Simon and his channel. Now then, let's catch back up. The Mini is a Y-Reg, is it pre-production? Asks Cheeseburger. Oh, and Simon says, indeed it is. Right, okay. Oh, Matt says, the nephew is now collected, so I shall now be listening only. Can't even watch. So it's hello from me and Max, and we'll hopefully be home to chat soon. Depends how fast I drive. However, I am touching myself slightly inappropriately while I type this, and if I continue to do so, then my driving might be slowed down because my concentration will be wavering somewhat. And yeah, I think we all understand that. I've been on the sauce, says Cheeseburger. Brilliant, Cheeseburger's hammered. Mickey Jeffrey says cold sausage and brown sauce is awesome. No, it's not. Cold sausage and brown sauce is wrong on every level. Hot sausage and brown sauce with a light dusting of white pepper, now that is a thing of beauty. But cold sausage and brown sauce, oh God, no. No, 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 no. Cold sausage, you're looking at pickle. You're looking at some form of pickle. Oh, what about piccalilli? What about pickled willy? What about cold sausage and pickled willy for Sunday? Oh, that might be nice. I haven't had pickled willy for, God, years and years and years and years. Oh, and now I've mentioned it. Oh, I really fancy that. Cold sausage and pickled willy. Now, here's a question. Those of you who are going on Sunday, what are you doing for food? Are you going to eat from the place there? I think there's a food place there. Or are you taking food? And if so, what are you taking? Now, I don't think Mustard's here, so I'll answer on his behalf. He will be taking egg mayonnaise sandwiches, 2 loaves thereof. I mean, the first loaf doesn't touch the sides. Ah, splendid. Oh, jolly good. This is fun, isn't it? Right, splendid. Oh, dear. We had a crisis today, says Liz, aka Typhoon Cat, amongst other names. In a moment of boredom, I decided to check the MOT of a car that I thought was due at the end of May. When I looked, it said the MOT will run out on the 29th of April. OMG! For me, this is a crisis. No, Liz, no. For me, that would be a crisis. For you, it's a minor inconvenience because your cars are all perfect. Seriously, what are the chances of one of your cars failing an MOT? God almighty, they're a million times better than when they rolled off the production line, when they were delivered to the first customer. None of your cars are going to fail an MOT. All you've got to do is roll it into the garage, take your certificate, pay your 35 quid and bugger off. Crisis indeed. Kuh. Don't try and pretend that you're like the rest of us, driving sheds. Have you lot all seen Liz's cars? If you've seen Liz's cars, any of them, then you will know that the chance of any of them failing their MOT is precisely 0. Now, she's got 7, 2 of which thus far have been featured on this very channel, the Tourer and the big boy, the ZT400, which is actually more than a 400. And they've all got, I've got gramophone envy. They've all got, I mean, you know, they're wonderful, wonderful things. They are to, well, certainly the monograms are to kind of to Liz's personal taste. But the one thing that I'm just super jealous of in all of them is the onboard gramophone. God, they're wonderful. I'd love something like that. I'm so sorry. Yes, says Simon. Wait till it's summer as the grass area is good for cooking. It'll be soggy at the moment. I didn't know there was a grass area there. But no, it didn't look conducive to a cookout and the weather's still a bit dodgy. So we'll hold fire on the momos, eh? It's going to be a sandwich job on Sunday. Oh, Ross is here. Dinosaur Dad, as our French friend says. Hi all. Another drive to work this morning, so I'll listen in the background. Oh, that's nice. Glad we can keep you company on your way to another day at the coalface. Cheeseburger says, M&S pickled onions are really good. You posh bastard, Cheeseburger. M&S pickled onions indeed. Well, I mean, they would be. Most things in M&S are really good. But I can't get to an M&S. There's no M&S near me. I mean, there's one in town, but that would mean going into town. And I'd rather have colonic irrigation. I love those pickled shallots, but they're like £3 a jar. Who can afford £3 for a jar of pickled shallots? Well, I mean, you know, it's not about affording them, it's about justifying them, isn't it? You know, maybe for a special treat. Oh, I suppose if I really, really, really wanted them, and if I promised to give up something else instead, then maybe on this special occasion, I could justify shoplifting them. Right. Oh, get some reminders set, says Simon, and that's aimed at Liz with her MOT. Oh, serves me right for having 4 cars due in April. Isn't it odd how they all end up being at the same time? Now, ideally, Liz has got 7. I'm only running 5 cars at the moment. Only, he says. So ideally, you want them evenly spaced, don't you? My next one, I think, God almighty, I should check, shouldn't I? I'm pretty certain that the next MOT is Brian Johnston, and I think he's got 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks before he's due. Oh, and now we're back into the congratulations to Simon. Oh, and Cheeseburger takes Simone's task and says, nothing wrong with BMW, Simone. Oh, hang on. I may have missed a comment. I may have missed a comment. I may have missed a comment. I'm looking for the comment. I'm looking for the comment. Oh, right, here it is, yeah. Binny equals BMW Mini. Oh, I've never heard that before. Oh, well, okay. So, yeah, Cheeseburger says there's nothing wrong with the BMW, Simone. Oh, and Simon has issued a threat. I'll do a celebration one at 500, including nudity. Oh, dear God. Well, I'm off to unsubscribe. I don't know about you. Oh, gosh. Actually, I bet Simon would actually look pretty good naked. He's got that kind of Nordic Viking quality about him, hasn't he? Now, I know that he's quite a softly spoken, mild sort of chap with a sharp and keen sense of humour, but there's definitely a Nordic and Viking underlying thing. So I can well imagine that if you unwrapped him, he would have the lithe body of a Greek whippet, rippling with muscles underneath there, ready to take on any task involving fitting wind deflectors. But anyway, he's going to celebrate when he hits 500, which won't be long. The 2 to 5 goes a lot quicker than 0 to 2, or at least it did for me anyway. Right, splendid. A riposte from Simone. Yes, Cheeseburger, but BMW seems to think it is a British car with Union Jacks and shit on a German car. That is not a Mini. Gosh, I've never owned a Mini personally. I've bought them and sold them. I've never owned one personally. And to be honest, you know, that was a while ago. I can't remember what they're like to drive. But, and shoot me for this, aren't they quite cool? I mean, God almighty. I mean, the Mini clung on for long enough, didn't it? I mean, it clung on for 30 years more than it should have. And it was a classic, so it deserved to be redeveloped, not to fade away. And that was never going to happen under Rover. So do we object to a BMW Mini? And do we object to them celebrating the British heritage? I don't think I do. And I would actually like to drive a Mini now for the channel and for my own curiosity. In fact, I'd really like to drive one and see what they're like. Chinese Madam was buying a Mini right up until she saw Shison for sale. Yeah, she went from spending, planning to spend like 15 grand on a Mini. Was it 15, 20, something around there, to spending £1 grand on an old Rover. An old Rover, which was, within the last couple of days, described by an impartial source as the most famous Rover 25 on YouTube. And I thought, if Mustard reads that, he will shit himself. Anyway, Cheeseburger says, I've been reflecting on my life today, all that I've achieved and all of the disappointments. It took some time, but I have concluded I wouldn't mind a go on Amanda Holden. Amanda Holden. Oh, God, now. Is she the bird from Britain's Got the X Factor thing, whatever it is? And if she is, then she was the bird from the Grimleys, wasn't she? Is that the one? And who else used to watch the Grimleys? I loved that. And that would have been her, wouldn't it? She was the teacher. Do you need the toilet? With good old Noddy Hodler. And that was brilliant. And the Mark V, I think it was a Mark V, Triumph Spitfire. Did anybody else watch that, or was it just me? And was that Amanda Holden? Oh, Amanda Holden, says Simone, I agree. Oh, Simon disagrees. He says Amanda Holden is rough. If she's the Grimleys bird, then I would have loved to have had a go on her at that point. She must be knocking on a bit now, surely. I know, don't call her Shirley. She's 98% makeup, says Simon. Just don't look, says Simone. Well, that's one approach to pottering, isn't it? Don't be too fussy and don't look. Don't turn round. I told you not to turn round. You'll put me off. Oh, dear. Oh, right, now we're getting on to the important subject, food. Boaty, says Simon, the food there, meaning the motorist, isn't too bad, but the queuing is a nightmare. I might just take ham sandwiches and crisps. Ham is always a fairly safe bet. Now, ham and tomato is nice, but if you're taking sandwiches to a do, and obviously you'd have mustard and black pepper on your ham and tomato, but if you're taking those to a thing and you're wrapping them in cling film or in alu, as the French call aluminium foil, then the problem then is that the tomato and the mustard make the entire sandwich go soggy. So ham on its own would be all right, but that would be a bit dry and a bit plain. You could go down the full ham salad route and perhaps add salad cream or mayonnaise, but again, when wrapped up and transported, that's going to go soggy. I'm still relatively fixated on my cold sausage and pickled willy, largely because I've already got the sausages, which means I don't have to spend any money. Oh, I might need to buy bread. Yeah, I would need to buy bread. But, you know, that's a minor thing, isn't it? Stephen S. Paul is with us. Hello, England. I am in you. Ugh. Charming. The card is still crap, says Simone. Oh, dear. Hell and oh, says the Kenjoji. The other thing that killed Rover was the Phoenix 4, says Cheeseburger. I could tell you a few stories, but not on a public forum. The Phoenix 4, word of course. The four owners of the main four takeaways in Longbridge who bought Rover for 50 pence and then rampaged through the factory, taking all of the tea bags, emptying the vending machines and basically stuffing their pockets with anything that they possibly could. And I'm sure we'd all like to hear those stories. I would smash all of your Rovers against a stone wall, says Kinjoji. How direct is the steering on your 25 lock to lock? A lot better than my 45 was. The Honourable HJ, who is in fantastic hands with Pingu and is being spoilt rotten and treated like a king, he had the worst turning circle of any car that I've ever driven. It was laughably poor, and I've got no idea why, although he did handle bloody well. Oh, could I swap Amanda Holden for Liz Hurley? She is a hottie. Well, it looks like we're still on the subject of who would you like to have a go on. So I feel I should throw another one into the mix. Let me think. Let me think. Oh, I tell you what, Camping Vibe, those lovely married ladies who travel about doing the van life thing. I would like to have a go on the Arthur of those two, and also the Korean lady who does the Marry Life channel. Oh, I'd love to have a go on her in one of those beautiful spots she goes to. In the back of her Discovery, or underneath that tarpaulin thing she puts out, where she puts a chair and table and makes delicious Vietnamese food, Korean food, I mean, whatever. You know what I mean. Well, not even I know what I mean. Why would you know what I mean? Anyway, I'd love to have a go on her. Although I would ask her not to record it. Oh, a hidden message. And it's from Matt. There's an M&S near me. I'd go for you, but I'm probably too busy touching myself inappropriately, you bastard. That was hilarious. My nephew was highly amused. I'm delighted to hear it, Matt. Oh, don't freeze your wine tonight. A timely reminder from Simon. Thank you. Obviously, you're not a bastard, but for comical effect, it was necessary to curse. Well, Matt, technically, I am a bastard because I was born out of wedlock. My parents were not married when I was born. They got married afterwards, but then they got divorced many years later and then got back together, and they were together until Mum passed away. And the day that Mum passed away, Dad, to all intents and purposes, passed away. From the moment that she went, he was just waiting and hoping to die. Bless him. Bless them both. But technically, I am a bastard, so I can't take offence at that. Not that I would have anyway. Oh, had to go to get my nephew's bag, so a quick detour in the opposite direction gives me the chance to comment. Does that mean you can't comment now, so we can start talking about you again? Oh yes, the nephew has returned, so I'm driving again. Well, keep your eyes on the road and keep your hand off your todger. You great staff-wielding pervert. Oh dear. Did you cop any free food tonight? Thanks again for the table. I had a proper practice with it today. I'm expert at it now. Yes, these are the ones, Jimmy Quinn. Why didn't they name it the Maxi when they did the new Mini? Well, because, you know, they're trying to trade on past glories, aren't they? And, you know, the Maxi wasn't loved like the Mini was. Now, I have owned an Austin Maxi, a 1750 HLS, no less. One owner, 31,000 miles on it. Yes, Jimmy Quinn, Garner's pickled onions. Those are the ones that I was thinking of. And they're expensive but excellent. Yeah, those are exactly the ones I was thinking of, or more specifically, they're shickled palottes, or pickled shallots, if you preferred it said properly. And yeah, they're proper expensive, but oh, I tell you what, if I sell a pair of gloves between now and Saturday night, before Sainsbury's shuts, if I sell a pair of gloves, I'll treat myself to a jar of the posh ones for Sunday and beyond. I'd quite like a new mini, say Simon, a supercharged one, obs. Did they do a supercharged one? Oh, oh gosh. Yeah, I'd like to drive one of those. I should know more about minis. Maybe I'll research them. Maybe I should have one. Should I have a mini? Would I like a mini? Would it make a really good daily? They did a diesel, didn't they? Yeah. I like the idea of the big central doings. What in the name of arse was that at this time of night? Obviously, it's not very, oh, what's the word? Begins with an E, I think. No, I can't think. Anyway, whatever the word is, it's not very that, having a thing in the middle, because it's kind of taking your eyes off the straight ahead position, isn't it? But it does look cool. But Simone is adamant. I would burn a binny quite happily. And then she adds, I've always wondered if I'm a secret wannabe arsonist, because I often fantasize about setting fire to things and people. Gosh. Right, well, remind me not to offend you, Simone, when we eventually meet. I've been looking, say Simon, at VW steel wheels. Why? British flag is part of the image, says Ken Joji. It doesn't matter who makes the car, like it isn't compatible what Fiat 500 is and what it was. Oh, it was just me that watched the Grimleys. It can't have been just me. Go on, admit it. Admit that you watched the Grimleys. I've driven a Fiat 500, says Cheeseburger, and pushed it frequently as well. If a Mini is the same, then I'm out. Simone say, oh, it's a hidden comment. This might be filth. Simone says, buy a cheap, fully working Binny, take it to a breaker's yard, smash it to bits with a nice big sledgehammer, then set it on fire. After the fire is out, piss on the remains. Bloody hell. Well, I'm glad we can be here for you, Simone, and that you're releasing this rage and urge to not only set fire to things, but then urinate all over them. Gosh, your hatred for the Binny, as you call it, is a very real thing. Now, is it just me? Is it just me that has this perverse sense of mischief? But imagine a situation where I did a channel collaboration with Hooked on Classics, and imagine that involved me picking Simone up from her home and taking her to collect a car, right? If that happened, then I would go out of my way. I would sell members of the fleet to buy a BMW Mini and pick her up in that. And then just watch her quietly seethe and fume and try to control her interminable rage and desire to set it ablaze and then gloriously piss all over it. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, that would amuse me greatly. I'd really enjoy that. Oh, Miss Titley from the Grim. I've forgotten that. Was that her name? Titley. Miss Titley. Oh, God, that's a perfect name. The Grimleys was delicious. I need to watch it again. I'm going to watch some episodes tonight when I've let you buggers escape. Miss Titley. Do you need the toilet, Gordon? I love that show. You know me, says Simon, plain and dry. I assume you're talking about your sandwich there, dude. Oh no, plain ham sandwich. At the very least, you'd want what your good lady, Simon, would call un sandwich jambon beurre. At the very least, you're going to need a goodly spread of butter to moisten it up, and a bit of mustard on there as well. I mean, that's minimum requirement. Anything less than that, and frankly, you're committing an offence against humanity. Oh, Jimmy Quinn says, take the ham and tomatoes and bread with you and make the sandwich when you get there. Simples. What? And the butter and the chopping board and the spready knife and the cutty knife, and it's not quite that simple. New electric, new due in 2024 will be made in China. Bit sad. Oh, sorry, Mini, he goes up. Oh, right, the new electric Mini will be made in China. Oh, gosh. Cheeseburger says, I dealt with one at the Phoenix 4 professionally. What, you mean you fucked him up? You professionally gave him a smack in the chops and said, that's for what you did to Rover, you bastard. I hope Simone burns your kebab shop down and then pisses on the smouldering remains. Or perhaps you just did his accounts. Oprah Boaty questions Simone. Rebecca De Mornay, no idea who that is. Don't have a go in Roger Boaty, you'll have to pay mummy. Alice Lowe, says Simon. This is presumably somebody he'd like to have a go on. This is Ginsey, Sightseers, Mighty Boosh, IT Crowd. She's a doll. No, I don't know her either. Oh, now then. Kathy Valentine. Kathy Valentine, bass player from the Go-Go's. I'd love to have a go on her. And Wendy James, Transvision Vamp. Wouldn't mind a go on her either. That'll do for now. The Maxim was ahead of its time, says Cheeseburger. Great car. Can you get Vimto in battle, says MGTF. Yeah, if you poured it in there, I suppose. Oh no, I'm not reading that. My daughter had a Cooper supercharged. Brilliant car, says Jimmy Quinn. Ergonomic. That was it, Liz. God bless you. You're wonderful at filling in my missing words. If I ever become rich, obscenely rich, I shall employ you to come around with me and fill in the missing words, which are bound to become a more frequent occurrence as age, drunkenness and dementia kick in. It's a bloody wonder I can remember my own name sometimes. Ergonomics, that's it. What a wonderful word. And I say to myself, what a wonderful word. Oh, Cheeseburger says, I think Simone should feature in a remake of Fatal Attraction. God, that's an image that's not going to leave our heads too quickly, is it? Simone fights immigrants in the suburbs. That's a film. And Simon says, are you okay there, Hooked on Classics? Cheeseburger says, do you not like Binny, Simone? And the Ken Jody adds, I would also burn remaining Rovers. You'd burn one. You might burn one. and then we'd all just sit on your head and fart you into submission. I'm good, thanks, says Simone. I just have a hatred for shit cars. Are they shit? I don't know them that well, but I mean, they're like a proper BMW, aren't they? Not like a half-assed BMW. Aren't they like a full BMW? Are they not decent cars? I was always under the impression that they were good cars. They certainly used to hold their value amazingly. Oh, well. Oh, Everything Cars is with us. Hello. And Simon says, Simone is too lovely to kick off in person. Aha. Ah, you say that. Hidden depths, my dear, hidden depths. Now, she was on camera pretty much all the time that she was at the NEC. But if you were in a car with her, alone, and you said the wrong thing, next thing you know, you're going up in smoke and your remains are going to be soaked in urine. Huh, that's a cheerful thought. Oh God, and she's going on. The Nissan puke would join the binny. Dear. Oh dear. No free food tonight for Matt. Bread and butter are my supper. Oh, okay. Simon says, butter goes without saying. No mustard though, sorry. Cucumber maybe. Ham and cucumber. Okay. I'm glad we're getting a takeaway on Monday. Boaty asks Liz, given that you are a paid up minister of the FSM, how come you never have spag bog for tea? We'll assume that she means spag bol. I haven't had it for a while. It used to be a very, very regular thing. Do you want the honest answer to that, Liz? I'll give you the honest answer. I love spag bol. It's one of my favourite things. I love Italian food. And even though spaghetti bolognese is about as Italian as my arse, not an Italian dish. Nonetheless, I do love it. And it used to be one of my regulars. When I became single, I would batch cook chili, spag bol, portion it, freeze it, and it's there. So just the bowl out of the freezer, boil up some pasta, job done. And I would normally have it twice a week. The reason I don't eat it now, Liz, if I'm perfectly honest, is because there's no beef mince in the restaurant. That's the truth, right? If you notice, then everything that I cook and eat is 95% based around stuff that I can take from the restaurant, i.e. it's free, i.e. I don't have to buy it. Now, obviously being Hindu, there's no beef in the restaurant. Now there is lamb, so I could make lamb mince, I could make lamb keema easily enough. Well, I do make it very frequently for the momos and whatnot. But then it's lamb mixed with chicken, as it is for the sheikh kebabs and so on. Now, I couldn't do that for spag bol because it would be, well, for spag bol, I like beef. I like it to be beef. I like, I like beef ragu. And I try not to eat lamb. Now, I know this is hypocritical. Any of you who know Windy Bum, right? This side of the cottage, that's the back. This is the front, right? The master bedroom is, right, this is the guest suite above here. The master bedroom is there, but it's facing that way. Now, there you've got my lane, the front lane, and then you've got the field, and in the field there are sheeps, beautiful sheeps. And of course, every year the beautiful sheep produce beautiful lambs. And I can't countenance the idea of eating lamb. I just can't. I know that's hypocritical because I eat chicken, I eat beef, I'll eat duck, I'll eat buffalo, I'll eat goat, but lambs, oh, can't do it. Yeah, now, okay, I eat momo. Now, in fairness, the momos that I eat, they're chicken. There is no lamb in there. Restaurant momos, there's a bit of lamb in there. And I do occasionally eat sheep kebabs, but I just pretend there's no lamb in there. I couldn't knowingly make something myself with lamb. And I know that's hypocritical, and I know it's silly, but it's the way it is. So that's why I don't have spag bol, Liz. And now you've said it, I really, really, really miss it. And I should make it. I should make it one of these days. I make an epic spag bol. I really do. And oh God, oh, that beautiful spaghetti tossed in really good Mediterranean olive oil, lots of freshly ground black pepper, a really tomato and onion rich ragu with a little hint of fresh green chili. Oh God. Ooh. I'll tell you what. Oh, right, yeah. In the Facebook group, next week, and at least one person, Rob, Beard and Bangers, has accepted this challenge. We are going to have a sausage and mash off, right? So, over the space of next week, so Monday to Sunday, all community members have got 7 days to make a sausage and mash dish. Now, they can do anything they want with it, they can add anything they want, but it has to contain sausage and mash. They have to take a picture of it, they have to post it in the Facebook group. At the end of the week, I will collate the pictures and the descriptions, and I will put them in a poll on which the rest of the community can vote. And the winner of the poll, the favourite sausage and mash dish, will win a scratch card and therefore possibly a huge amount of money. But Liz, how about the week after we do a spag bol off? And that'll make me cook one. And yeah, I might do that. Might make it a regular thing. We'll have a weekly food challenge. In fact, I have decreed it. That will happen. Weekly food challenge in the Facebook group. Boaty's World on Facebook if you're not already a member. My father-in-law says cheeseburger is on his third Duke, Simone. He's 83. Rebecca De Mornay was in the movie The Hand That Rocked the Cradle and played a psychopath, says Simone. Simone, do we need to be worried about you? You know, you're drawn to psychopaths. You've exhibited some interesting thoughts. Moving on. I tell everyone I'm a bastard for the same reason, says Matt. Jolly good. And I'm home now. Oh, Susanna Hoffs, says Cheeseburger. Yeah, Susanna Hoffs. Who wouldn't want to go on Susanna Hoffs? Oh, and he follows up. I know someone who did have a go on her. Well, that's a man that I would like to shake by the hand. Or woman. We don't know. Welcome home, says Simon. To Matt, get the kettle on. Oh, she's another that's a fine wine, meaning Susanna Hoffs. Aged well, has she? Right. Ham and mustard always, says Jimmy Quinn. I agree. Cheeseburger agrees. We all agree, apart from Simon. Dear. Oh, I had another lovely white wine tonight, says Simon. Barefoot something or other. Haha. Talking about wine. Do you remember when I had a wine-gasm over one of the wines that Matt very kindly bought me? check this out, darlings. That was the chap. Sainsbury's, taste the difference, long dock. Right, now, oh, listen up if you drink white wine. Okay, started today. This is on special offer in Sainsbury's, reduced to £7 a bottle, okay? There's also, buy 6 bottles, 25% off is also going on. That brings, get 6 of these, a case, that brings them down to £5, 25p per bottle. That is vinegar money. And this stuff, I'm telling you, is sublime. So, any of you who drink white wine, get your ass down to Sainsbury's tomorrow. Don't delay. Get a case of this. I promise you, you will not regret it. Oh, unless you like sweet wine, in which case you shouldn't be drinking wine at all. Just, I don't know, liquidize some bloody Angel Delight if you like sweetness that much. Wine should not be sweet. Okay, you can argue that a Sauterne, a dessert wine, is an acceptable thing. I mean, it really isn't, but yeah. But yeah, that is a good tip for you guys. When I saw that was happening, and the last time that happened with a wine of my choice, I thought, I'm getting some money the next day, I'll buy a case of that. And the next day, the 25% off was still on, but the wine was no longer reduced, my wine of choice. So tonight, I borrowed the money to buy a case, and I'll pay it back on Saturday night, because I wasn't missing out on that. That stuff is just seriously unbelievable. I'm not drinking it tonight, because obviously it's not chilled. I'm drinking the shit tonight. Oh, and it's in the freezer. It's in the freezer, it's in the freezer. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. It remains unfrozen. But yeah, take my advice. Oh, get yourself some of that. It's like nectar. Nectar that's 13% ABV and will get you there very nicely. Yeah, after you've necked the bottle of that, you'll be feeling no pain. I promise you that. You're a bit too far over that way. I've twerked you inadvertently. You've been inadvertently twerked. You should be there. The chair should be central, shouldn't it? There we go. Oh, and I need to give away that lottery ticket. Somebody give me a competition to... right, okay. Ooh. Cottage pie or shepherd's pie? Cottage pie, obviously. Cottage pie, beef. Beef is good. Shepherd's pie, lamb. Lambs are cute. Lambs are lovely. Don't eat them. I know that's hypocritical, and I know it's stupid. But yeah, cottage pie every time. And cottage pie is just beef and onion, isn't it? Obviously with mashed potato on the top. I fancy cottage pie now. I haven't had that for ages either. All of these things I don't eat anymore. I used to love cottage pie. I used to make a great cottage pie. Oh, I need a cottage pie in my life. Somebody send me a cottage pie. Shepherd's pie's got vegetables in it, and all the worst sort of vegetables. You don't want that. I love a leg of lamb, says Jimmy Quinn, who wants to see every single lamb hobbling about on 3 legs so that he can have a nice meal. So much food talk again, says Simon. Well, yeah, there would be. It's me talking. I'm obsessed with food. Had you not noticed? And I'll get you all obsessed with it too. Hang about here, you'll become obsessed. Don't you sausage shame Rob. Look, Rob is a big boy. And, oh shit. Oh dear. Oh God, it's all falling apart here. Rob's a big boy. He can look after himself. And I'm convinced he can hold his own in the kitchen. Well, actually, by the sound of his domestic situation, he has no alternative to holding his own in the kitchen. But that's another subject altogether, isn't it? Oh, and on the subject of not holding your own, I'm working on bringing a fleet of nice Ukrainian ladies here amongst us in the live stream. I just thought that would be fun, actually. So I've started putting out some marketing material via my new UK-Ukraine thingy, saying that, hey, I've got a community live stream, and the community is full of really eligible British bachelors just aching to meet beautiful Ukrainian women. So yeah, when the women rock up, I'll work on finding some eligible bachelors. In the meantime, it's you and me _. We'll have to hold the fort. We'll split them between us. Does Restaurant Keema include work experience students? We don't have any of those cheeseburger. Best sausage gets a prize. Oh, bangers and mash is a great plan, says Simone. It's happening, Simone. Next week, starting on Monday, I'll announce it all properly in the Facebook group. I did put a post up today. But yeah, next week is going to be the Great Boaty's World Bangers and Mash off. So yeah, you'll have 7 days to come up with the best sausage and mash dish that you can. You can do more than one. You don't have to limit yourself to one entry, as the actress said to the bishop. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to really enjoy that. I will never enter a food competition, says Simon. My food always gets shouted down. Well, to be honest, mate, in all the time I've known you, you've only ever talked about takeaways. So I haven't got a clue what your cooking is like. But you're married to a French woman, for God's sake. They're born knowing how to cook. Cheat. Get her to do it, or at least get her to help you. Now, admittedly, bangers and mash isn't the most French of dishes, but I bet your missus could whiz up an amazing pomme puree. And, you know, with a really good pomme puree, you're halfway there. And she would be able to make an amazing jus. All French people can make an amazing jus. Or they know somebody who can, and they'll cheat as well. Get involved, Simon. Get involved. You're amongst friends. We won't shout you down. We might not vote for you, but we certainly won't shout you down. And if your cooking is a bit pants, then you'll improve through having taken part. In it, bruv. Or is I chatting pure breeze? I don't want a scratch card, maintains Jimmy Quinn. Fine, you can bloody well donate it to somebody else, can't you, Jimmy? You cook, Jimmy. I know you cook. You get involved, sir. And if you win the scratch card, donate it to somebody else. Do a competition yourself. We know you're rich. We know you've got £100,000 in your underpant drawer. So fine, win the scratch card. Take the joy, take the pride, give it to somebody else. Win, win, win. Everybody's happy. Boaty, says Rover Joe. Hello, mate. Good evening to you. Oh, there's so many of you that I'm so looking forward to meeting on Sunday. I really am excited about it. I hope I'm awake and not hungover. Well, I hope I actually get there. I hope I manage to get my ass out of bed. I need about 18 of you I need to take my phone to bed with me, which I never do. I never take my phone to bed. Any of them, all of my phones stay down here. But on that night, I need to take my phone to bed, and I need about all of you who are going on Sunday, I need you all to ring me when you get up and tell me to get my fat ass out of bed. Oh dear. I think I'm going in Shison, by the way. I think Shison is the ideal candidate. Anyway, I'm dead excited about it. Don't freeze your wine or choke on it. Tori Amos, says Simone. Don't know who that is. How about celebrities that a friend had a go on, asked Cheeseburger. Do you know? I don't know any friends who've had a go on celebrities. I've had a go on a couple. So my friends would have a friend who'd had a go on celebrities. Well, I say a couple, have I? Well, one anyway. Well, it depends how you define celebrity, doesn't it? But on a worldwide, yeah, okay, admittedly. If you're talking about like a world-known celebrity, then it's one. And probably bloody lucky to have had one. It was good though. I really enjoyed it. But I don't think I've got any friends who've had a go on celebrities. I mean, the closest I can think that I can get to it is that my friend Big Tall Steve, 6'7" Steve with the Fiat 500 and the TVR, his business acquaintance married Tiffany. And that's the closest I can think of. I genuinely can't think of any friends who've had a go on celebrities. But it's not all about me. Let's throw it out to you guys. Do any of you have a friend who's had a go on a celebrity? Boaty, did you buy 10 cases? I would have, Jimmy, but I could only borrow enough money to buy one. One case was 31, oh, hang on. It was 42 quid, 7 sixes, less £10.50 is the 42. Yeah, £31.50 it was. Couldn't borrow any more than that. Me and Boaty, says Simon, have the opposite taste in everything by the sounds of it. Right. Chaz Brown says, I bought a bottle of that long dock for 7 quid last weekend. Just got to find my corkscrew now. You've had that for a week and you haven't drunk it. Bloody hell, talk about self-restraint. Get it down, you Chaz Brown. You'll love it. Seriously, it is amazing. Unless I was just on a natural orgasmic high that night and the wine just helped. But, oh, I remember it. Do you remember? I was telling you, as it went down, it gave you a blowjob sensation all round your good bits. I can't wait till tomorrow night and get and have another bit. And of course I'm not with you tomorrow, am I? Tomorrow is mustard. And I've got other things to do. I know I say every Thursday, I know I say that's it until Monday. If I feel like it, I might pop up for 10 minutes and drink a glass of wine at you tomorrow night when mustard's eventually finished. I like a nice red, says Jimmy Quinn, and there's nothing wrong with that. Cheeseburger says, Heavenly drinks shit wine with us. What? Boaty, asks Simone, do you drink tea? No. No. I do not drink tea. I have a pathological aversion to tea. I don't make tea and I don't drink it. And I'm not sure why, except I've got a feeling I do know why. Now, in my mind, I hate tea and I've never drunk tea. Or I would guess that I drank it once, hated it, and never drank it again. Now, my mother tells me there's a lot of stuff in my early life that I've repressed, I presume. I've never really gone into it because I figure I'm doing all right. I don't need to open that box. But Mum always said that tea was my favourite thing to drink, and it was a special thing with me and my brother Mark. Mark would make tea for us. Drinking tea together was our thing, and apparently I loved tea more than anything else. And then after Mark died, I never drank it again. I don't remember that. I've got no memory of that, but there's a lot of my early life that I have no memory of. And my awareness of it is only from what other people have told me. I've obviously very, very deeply repressed it. And I figure that my brain knows what it's doing, and it's repressed it for a reason, because I really don't need to be dealing with that shit. And that's one of those things. So no, I don't drink tea, and I guess that is the reason. I want cottage pie now. Bugger, says Rover Joe. I want cottage pie. What have I got? Oh, I have got pie tomorrow, but it's not cottage pie. I did a cheat. I couldn't, right. I ended up with a pie, and I'm going to have it with some Vivaldi potatoes that I shall steam and toss in butter, mint and parsley, and some fresh green beans, maybe with a little beef gravy, and that's what I'm going to have for lunch tomorrow. Quite looking forward to that, but I really do fancy cottage pie now. Cottage pie. What do you have cottage pie with? Now, in theory, cottage pie should be a thing on its own, shouldn't it? But for me, and I haven't had this for 20 years, cottage pie and chips. And I know that's double carbs. My very first fiance, and I've had a lot of fiancés, about 10. My very first fiance used to make me cottage pie and chips on a council estate. And I remember that as being a fabulous thing. Stop twerking us, says Simon. You'll get a call from HR. I do a great cottage pie, says Simone. Oh, well, you're redeeming yourself now, aren't you? After threatening to burn our houses down and piss over the whatever was left. Can't beat Boaty's noshes, says Rover Joe. Oh, now, Simon. Oh, yes. Thank you, Rover Joe. Kate Bush in the 1970s. God, yeah. Oh, Kate Bush back in the day. Oh, now that would be something to have a go on, wouldn't it? Dear me. I mean, I'm an old man. I'm past all of that sort of thing, but I still can't watch the video of Wuthering Heights without getting a raging stiffy, especially at the bit in the dark. Well, and let's not tell you at which point I achieved my raging stiffy. You don't need to know that. Oh, dear me. Well, just to help you out, says Matt, I'll entertain a few Ukrainian ladies purely on an intern basis. Get it? Intern. That's one of your better ones, Matt. I'll give you that. No, it won't send you to the naughty step, Matt. That was a good one. You've already complained about my sandwich. Lol, says Simon. I cook what I like, and I like what I cook. I'm going to bed shortly, says Simone. Don't worry, I won't set fire to it. And then Simon says, Mustard had to go on Lisa Stansfield. He really didn't. He claims he did, or he claimed he did to his workmates. Yes, get on here Friday night, Boaty, says Jazz Brown. By the way, do you like red wine? Can't drink it, Jazz. I have MH, and red wine, because of one of the constituents, I'm not sure what it is is an absolute no-no. I drank a glass once and I was ill for about 4 days. So no, I have red wine in the house. I have some excellent red wine here, but it's purely for guests. When, after my divorce, somebody who I was dear friends with at the time and aren't now, sadly, to cushion the blow of suddenly entering into poverty and living in a rancid little semi-detached rather than the palatial marital home, bless her, bless her. She sent me a hamper from Harrods, and a really good hamper, with a couple of bottles of the most amazing claret. And I've still got them. They're on pride of place in my booze stand. And I've got other good bottles of red that I've acquired, but I can't drink them. They are partly for show, partly for guests. You know me, Chaz. I'm bound to whiz on for half an hour when mustard finishes, aren't I? I'm going to say I won't, but you can bet I bloody will. I've been drinking Lady Grey tea recently, says Simon. No, I don't like normal tea. Huh. Oh, the moment has gone with autocorrect, says Cheeseburger. He only drinks shit wine with us. That's not true. Well, I only normally drink shit wine full stop. Now, when I drank the nice wine that that Matt kindly got for me and the lovely Nick got for me, I shared that with you, and I'll share the long duck with you. I drink shit wine because I'm poor. It's all I can afford. It's nothing against you. I haven't got a secret stash of good wine that I hide for when you're not here. When I've got good wine, I share it with you, and I always would. And when you come here, good wine, shit wine, and whatever food I've got, please, you will share it with me. And we'll wobble upstairs together, and you can sod off to the guest suite, and I'll sod off to the master bedroom, and then we'll reconvene over excellent coffee at breakfast. Oh, thank you, Cheeseburger. Appreciate that, yeah. Cottage pie and chips with ketchup. No. Oh, fucking hell, Simon. I'm trying to... Bloody hell, mate. Dear me. You're not helping me and you're not helping yourself. I had a noodle butty last night. You're in your 40s, for Christ's sake. You're not a university student. What do you mean you had a noodle butty last night? What's the matter with you? Pull yourself together, man. A noodle butty. Christ above. Dear God. Somebody's reliving their student days, aren't they? Simon, can you cook? Can you... Serious question. Can you cook? I mean, like, cook. As in a dish. A proper thing. Not a pissing noodle sandwich. I like Kate Bush's song, says Rover Joes. I'll say no more. I'll say much more. I like her songs, but God, I'd have loved to have a go on her. And now you've mentioned it. If you look carefully, there are many pictures about where her nipples are clearly visible and they look absolutely splendid. And she was a dancer and all athletic. I imagine that if you had a close encounter of the bush kind with the lovely Kate, I imagine you wouldn't stagger away disappointed. Just my thoughts on the matter? She's such a massive musical talent, says Simon, which is rather pissed all over my chips talking about her nipples. And God, I was in business as a vocalist and as the other things that I was. I'm supposed to look at things like that. I never did. When I owned the entertainment agency, and when I owned the promotions company, and when I was a vocalist and looking for cabaret partners and people to work with on the talent circuit, I used to do that on the talent circuit, by the way. If you did the talent circuit, basically what that meant was you travelled around the UK, and wherever there was a talent show on that paid money as a prize, you travel to it. I used to travel all over the country, as did all of the other people on the circuit. It was like a regular thing. And what we found was this, or what I found was this. Obviously, you're an amateur. You're not getting paid for that. So you needed to win in order to make it worthwhile doing. Now, if the judging panel was predominantly male, a female would win. If the judging panel were predominantly female, a male would win. And me and a girl called, oh, I can't remember her name. She had the most amazing, coloured girl. Oh, really beautiful. She had the most amazing voice. And we'd become friendly. And I said, look, let's travel together. Let's split the expenses. And let's agree that whatever either of us win, we'll just split it 50-50. And that's what we did. We went around the whole circuit together, shared the expenses, and whoever won, or wherever we got placed, we just split it 50-50. And that worked out really well. But the point is, guess what was uppermost in my mind when I chose who to do with that? Vocal talent, or somebody that I would like to have a go on. And I'm ashamed to say, I was a terrible man. That, yeah, doing that when I had the entertainment agency, and when I had the promotions company, that was always my first thought. Not with the blokes, obviously, they don't matter. But with the women, my first thought wasn't, what talent have you got? It was, would I like to have a go on you? It's dreadful. It's a dreadful thing to admit, but it's absolutely true. Oh dear. Kate Bush asked the Queen for her autograph, and I would. Adds Cheeseburger. Okay. My university daughter eats better than I do, says Cheeseburger. Apparently a friend of mine cooks well enough to burn water, says Simone. Oh, it was pre-band practice. I have 15 minutes to make a meal. And yes, I can cook. Asserts Simon. Amanda Holden says she can't help her pointing nipples. I didn't know she had pointing nipples. Oh, God. Right. It's time to say goodnight again. And we haven't done the scratch card. Right, I tell you what. Let's have a deal. Right. I've got this £100,000 scratch card to give away. What we'll do, it didn't happen tonight, did it? No idea why I'm doing this. Right, didn't happen tonight. So what we'll do is, I will come on for half an hour or so after mustard tomorrow. And in the meantime, I will think of a decent competition for that scratch card. And that's what we'll do tomorrow night. We'll say hello, we'll have a post-mustard chill, we'll do the competition, and then we'll all piss off. Does that sound fair? Right, yeah, that's what we'll do. So start saying your goodnight, darlings. It's that time. How's my curry doing? Oh, that's right. I've developed a great thing. Now, as you know, I take my curry from the curry freezer. It's only the sauce. I add fresh meat, fresh vegetables. Now, sometimes I've started putting it on the radiator, just there. Defrost it too quickly. Put it on top of the fish tank. Obviously, tropical fish tank, heated, makes it just perfect. Perfect for the post-live stream supper. Oh dear. Oh, have I got any updates to give you? Updates. Good night all, says Jimmy. Sounds like a plan, says Cheeseburger. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do the giveaway tomorrow night. Half an hour tomorrow night, probably around midnight, somewhere around there. Whenever Mustard wobbles off to bed. Hopefully, well, never mind. Can't possibly do it on Saturday because getting ready for Sunday. So, yeah, we'll definitely do that tomorrow night. Night Peep, says Simon. Have a lovely Friday. Oh, is it Friday tomorrow? Oh, yeah, it's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right. So I couldn't do it on Saturday because Sunday comes after Saturday. Yeah, so we'll definitely do it tomorrow. Big giveaway tomorrow night, £100,000. And Simon says, see everyone on Sunday. And yeah, really looking forward to that. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, updates. Nothing much to tell you. I took Brian again tonight. Annoyingly, even in the rain with the wipers full on, lights on, heater full on, stereo on, not a problem. How annoying. The battery's coming tomorrow, 40 quid. Oh, that was a bit of a flump. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I haven't done, do you know, I've got this insane thing, this mad thing in my mind, that 12 volt thing I put in, being a Chinese thing. Now, it's the thing itself, which is a phone, Bluetooth, microphone, wireless thing. So, plus it's an FM transmitter. So that's two things. And then it's got plug-in-y things. So you plug in a sat-nav, your phone, and possibly something else as well. I'm not using that now. I'm wondering if it was that put it over the edge. I'm genuinely wondering that. I've used it in another car before without a problem, but that is like a relatively small battery on Brian. And I'm wondering if that was it. Because since I took that out, there hasn't been an issue. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Other than that, I did do some videoing today. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Burn that mother down. I have video today. There will be a video out tomorrow. Oh, it might be an interesting one for you. Today I did a little video on, and it's going to be the first of a few. I did a video on the P-scan, just chatting about the P-scan generally, showing you a couple of bits, and then doing an actual full demo where I coded in a new key fob on Wetleg, the MGF, and worked perfectly. I had previously done it with Boo. I didn't film that in case I made an arse of it, but I'm going to refilm it with Boo and pretend I haven't done it before. Don't tell anybody. No, I'm not going to pretend I haven't done it before. I think I said in the video today that I've already done it, but I'm going to do it again just to show you that as well, because it's a different protocol with Boo than with Wetleg. It's a different immobilizer and slightly different doings. And I'm going to show you loads of other P-scan stuff as well. If you drive a car that required a T4 for the dealer to do anything, honestly, you need one of these or something similar. There are alternatives. I haven't tried them. From what I could understand, the P-scan was the one to go for, and I haven't changed my mind on that. And I've the chap who developed it, Philip, I've spoken with him. Obviously, I've used it quite a bit now. And yeah, there'll be a video on that out tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed I enjoyed editing today's video very much, and I must say a massive thank you to the amazing Ines de la Fressange, who was kind enough to do the voiceovers for me, thanking my channel members, and in today's video describing my luncheon. Oh, night all, I'm off, said Cheeseburger. Love you all. Love you too, Cheeseburger. Yeah, you mentioned you needed a fob for Margaret. Good you have experience. Yeah, dead easy, Simon. We can do that for you, not a problem. Just get yourself a fob sorted. Oh, and if you need a key as well, or if any of you need an MG key, then original, genuine MG keys, limited number of them, are available on Amazon. £15 and something pence for the actual real blank keys. But Amazon have got a thing on that if you spend £15, you get £5 off. So before the 30th, you can go onto Amazon and buy a blank, genuine, original MG key for well, it'll end up costing you a tenner. So that's worth doing if you need one. Hello GPS, we're just buggering off. That was bad timing on your part. I'll be ordering one tomorrow. I haven't got the money to do it today, but hopefully I'll be ordering one tomorrow or Saturday, certainly before the 30th when the offer ends anyway, because Wetleg, I've got the fob for Wetleg now, but I haven't got a spare key. If you remember, Phil posted the spare key and fob to me. They never arrived. So my friend, the lovely Roger, the cabin boy, who gave me the fob for Boo of his old Freelander, found the other spare fob from his old Freelander, which is now an MGF fob, because they're all the same. So, oh, you got a key blank off eBay for a tenner. Oh, right, okay. Tricia says good night, everyone. Good night to you, Tricia. Stay safe. Right, let's all wobble off. It's gone past. Oh, and I might watch Hubnut after this and find out exactly what's wrong with his Peugeot 106, and I won't laugh. Well, I won't laugh, because what did he pay for it? 550 quid. He's a famous, isn't he? He could say, look, the car's absolutely shagged. It's worth 50 quid. Somebody give me 700 quid for it. And they probably will. Anyway, here we go. Time to go. Time to go. Find it. Remember to unmute it. And there we go. Good night, Smoke. Oh, spoiler GPS. On the wings. Oh, that's all right. That's not too bad. Toodles, Matt. Thank you, GPS. There we go, darlings. We've farted our way into saying good night. See you tomorrow night to give away £100,000 potentially. Stay safe, stay warm. Have a great Friday. Take good care. Enjoy mustard tomorrow, and and Simon as well. If Simon is streaming, the honey before the mustard. And sleep tight. See you tomorrow, darlings. Love you all. Bye-bye.